Hi, I am Karyn Buxman, neurohumorist and author of What's So Funny About Nursing. Delighted to be here as one of the three Nightingales. I'm here today with LeAnn Thieman, author of Self-Care for Healthcare, and Kathy Dempsey, Shed or You're Dead. So as three nurses, we want to come to you and bring you our little bit of wit, a little bit of wisdom. We want to honor, to recognize, and celebrate all that you're doing. And we are so grateful for your service. And this week, we got an email from Gary who asked, what can I do about feeling so isolated? So we have some thoughts on that. LeAnn, you want to kick us off?
I think one of the most important things we can do now around those feelings of isolation is actually connect with people that we love. And I know we've heard that a lot, but actually be very driven to do so and very on purpose about that. Make a list of people that love you and who you love. And it's nice to reach out to them and, maybe send them a text or see, hey, on Facebook. I think it would really, really be great if you made a phone call. Or maybe just a quick little 9-second video that your phone can still send. And better yet, if you had a photograph of yourself with them, and if you could mention one thing you love about them or one great memory that you have with them, that would be good for them, and it would also be good for us. Because when we love and demonstrate love, we have a great hormone that's released in our body, and I've been practicing saying this. It is dehydroepiandrosterone. DHEA. But that it really is a great hormone, and it actually does boost our immune systems. Don't we need that now? It reduces stress, reduces pain, lowers blood pressures, reduces heart disease, extends our lifespan, and keeps us young because it's got vitality ingredients in it as well. And it boosts our spirits. And don't we all need that now? So I urge all of you to really be on purpose and connect very specially with the people that you love. It will bless them and bless you back.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Thanks,
awesome.
man. One of the things that you talked about isolation is that many of our healthcare workers now are becoming sick. I read a statistic, saw it on the news actually this weekend, that 25% of the New York City first responders were off on sick leave with the coronavirus. And to think that they're home now and they're either home and maybe they have family, but they're afraid to be around their family or their children because they're going to infect their children. And it's got to be very scary. Talk about isolation. To have some people there and not be okay with being with them because you're afraid. And I personally experienced this the last few days. One of my family members is a healthcare ICU nurse, and she's sick and she's at home by herself, and she was taking care of 4 coronavirus patients, and she's alone. She's isolated. For a couple weeks until she gets better. And, so how can we, as friends, as families, support her in isolation by, calls or text every day is what I'm trying to do, calls and texts, just to make her feel that she is loved, as you, LeAnn, said, because it is scary right now because, we as healthcare workers, especially first responders, are taking care of people. We're putting our lives at risk. And we're there's concerns about what will that mean to me? What will that mean to my family? And it is a reality that it could mean, sickness and isolation for multiple people, including you as yourself.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Kathy and LeAnn. It's great words of wisdom. And in terms of our brain health, our brains crave relatedness. We as people are social beings, and many of us right now, even amid being around other people, still feel isolated. And I know I've heard from many of my colleagues who are caregivers saying that even when they go home, they have to practice distancing and they still feel that isolation. They feel disconnected from their families, from their loved ones, from their friends, from their churches. And so humor is such a great way of shortening that distance. Victor Borge once said, laughter is the shortest distance between two people. Humor fires our brain and releases wonderful chemicals, including one, oxytocin. And oxytocin is the chemical that is the bonding hormone that makes us feel connected. And kind of as a side benefit, when we have an increase in oxytocin and cortisol, which is what we're experiencing during stress, we actually can experience neurosynthesis, neurogenesis. That's almost as easy to say as your word that you said. Go ahead, LeAnn. Rattle that up.
Testosterone.
Smarty pants
Yeah.
show off. So I'm going to practice that 3 times real fast. Anyway, and spell just like it sounds. So anyway, what we want you to do is practice, what I want you to do is practice humor with others to experience that bonding effect, to experience those wonderful chemicals and to shorten that distance, whether it's within your household or in any other place. The 3 of us really, really are so grateful for the work that you're doing. And as the Nightingales, we really do want to come together and recognize and celebrate and honor the work that you do. And for those of you watching, whether you are a nurse or whether you are the cheerleader of a nurse, we really encourage you to take these practices, implement them, and to share them with others who would benefit from this. If you want to know a little bit about who we are or what we do and how we can continue to serve you, we encourage you to go to the website yearofthenurse.com. And we look forward to coming back and providing some additional tips, insights, wit, and wisdom. But in the meantime, again, we recognize, honor, and celebrate the work that you do. And thanks so much for taking your time and sharing it with us today.